Mic check 1 2 1 2. Cloud Tokens here. Make sure you subscribe for more content. If you don't, I will harass you in the comments. This is a known fact. Do not test me. Alright, so look.
As soon as I heard that he got searched by the FBI, I had a feeling that this is the reason why he died. And he overdosed on taking pills because he panicked, thinking he was going to go to jail, he's going to get a lot of time, or just he didn't want to get arrested because he knew he was doing something bad, because he had 70 pounds of weed, which is not normal if you're just smoking it. You literally only need 2 pounds realistically if you want a lot of weed. You don't even need that much. But clearly he knew he had all those illegal drugs and illegal guns on a plane. Now, he may not have known if you take a private plane, all the same rules apply as if he was taking a regular plane, which the normal citizens take. He might have not known that. But him being ignorant to that law does not allow him to still break the law and get away with it. And he realized that. Now, we've seen on cop shows and crime shows, when people get pulled over by the police, they'll do the craziest impulsive things: shove weed up their ass, pills up their ass, make their baby mama hold the gun in her bra, stick it up her coochie, all types of things. And that's just regular, ordinary cops that's pulling you over. So imagine FBI agents. That's even more scary. And that's probably what he's thinking in his mind. So he swallowed all of those pills, not thinking, this could kill me in the long run. This could do that. This could do that. He was not thinking that. He was just thinking, this is bad. I'm doing something illegal and I'm about to go down. This just makes it 10 times more sad, 10 times more worse to think about. The fact that he did this so he wouldn't get in trouble because he had illegal drugs and guns. There's been plenty of rappers, and especially rich rappers, who can get off, especially if this is his first offense. He can get off, he can get probation, he can do all of that to avoid jail time. And just in the moment, he didn't think about any of that. And he swallowed all the pills and he overdosed. This is just, oh my God, that's... Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. This all could have been avoided, but you can't stop life from happening. Before I end off the video, I'm gonna read the details just so y'all will know. Juice WRLD. Cops say he swallowed perks, tried to hide them from feds. Juice WRLD might have made a fatal decision as law enforcement searched his private jet, swallowing a bunch of painkillers in an attempt to hide them from the feds. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the pilot who was flying Juice's private plane alerted authorities on the ground that the rapper's entourage had guns on them, a big no-no in air travel. When they landed, FBI and FAA agents were waiting for Juice and his company to land. We're told at some point between the plane landing and the feds conducting their search, Juice was seen swallowing several Percocet pills in what people believe was an attempt to hide them. Our sources say the pills might have contributed to his death in a possible OD. An autopsy was performed on the rapper Monday, but additional testing including toxicology, cardiac pathology, and neuropathology is still needed before determining an official cause. By the way, we've also learned that paramedics spent 40 minutes treating Juice, primarily trying to get his heart to beat regularly. They eventually transported him at 2:55 a.m. to the hospital. They arrived at 3:06 a.m. and doctors at the hospital pronounced him dead. FWIW, we're told the guns seized were all registered as we reported. The feds are also seized 70 pounds of weed allegedly found in multiple vacuum sealed bags inside luggage from the private jet. 2 of Juice's associates were arrested for gun possession. Both men are already out of jail. So their guns was registered but not concealed. Rest in peace to Juice WRLD. Let me know what y'all think about this whole situation. Bye!
Hey everybody, welcome to Song Theory today. This is going to be a unedited, kind of a quick video. I wanted to talk about the death of Juice WRLD. I want to talk about the death of Juice WRLD that just happened on the 8th. What's disappointing about it is, you know, as a young black man myself, I just get tired of seeing other young black men dying at a young age, dying younger and younger. But not just that, it's also the fact that he died in a way that obviously the coroner's office is still trying to determine what it was, but so far what we have found out is at the Chicago airport he was being searched for drugs actually during the time of his seizure, which would kind of suggest perhaps that there might have been some type of drug overdose that he had. Some say he might have been trying to hide the drugs within his mouth, trying to get through security. Some say that he probably took some before he got off the plane, knowing that he would be searched. But I think the reason is stupid to think about, honestly, because, you know, we had XXXTentacion 2018. He got shot and killed in his car during a robbery. It doesn't somehow take away the fact that he's dead. You know, he had artistry. This man had music. People looked up to him. People were encouraged by his art and his music, and they saw him as a role model. So how he died, honestly, I think is important to talk about. However, I don't think it should be the topic at hand. I think one thing we should say is his death was sad. A loss of life is always going to be disappointing, especially when it's young, when they're young and successful like he was. Once again, I don't want to make the drug thing a subject of this video because, once again, they still haven't determined how Juice WRLD died yet. They have not determined that. However, Joyner Lucas decided to chime in on this, and he was basically saying that drug culture and hip-hop is killing rappers at a younger and younger age, which he's not incorrect. There are plenty of rappers who have died recently of drug overdoses and self-medication. It's sad because, you know, you have people at this point, rappers who are going through the motions of going in and out of the studio, in and out of the tours, in and out of public eye, and some of them don't catch a break. Some of them are being thrusted into fame so quickly that they don't have a chance to even reclaim who they are. Sometimes they get whiplash because they're going so fast through this life. They go from being a kid in their home, literally working on a song, to all of a sudden being thrusted into fame overnight. I don't mind the state of hip-hop currently. I think the state of hip-hop is evolving, it's growing, ever-changing. And we can't act like the way these younger artists are dying are any different than how the 90s and the early 2000s artists were dying. Let's think about what happened during the West Coast, East Coast beef. Think about that. Think about how Tupac and Biggie and other artists, prolific artists, during that time in the 90s and 2000s were dying left and right because of shootings. They were killing each other. Hip-hop has always evolved, and it will continue to evolve. And what I believe is Juice WRLD is just, he is an unfortunate byproduct of a very toxic music industry. I think it's important to point out that people are going to look at this when the report does come out, when it is said what actually happened, and they're gonna use it as ammunition. They're gonna use it against hip hop. They're gonna use it against the format and the genre itself. But this video stands to tell people that I'm making this video to say that we should not have our primary focus on how this young man died. I do believe that hip-hop needs to stop promoting drug use. I do believe hip-hop needs to stop promoting violence. I do believe that. There's one thing to depict it in a way that explains how you, as the artist, might have experienced the violence or experienced the drugs. But you have people like Lil Pump who promotes being a drug addict. You have these artists and these hip-hop artists who promote holding guns to the camera screen and drinking lean on the video. It happens time and time again. And once again, I do believe that hip hop evolves, but I think that is something we need to evolve out of eventually. Not the promotion of drugs, not the promotion of murder, not the promotion of violence or guns. But I believe, once again, if you're going to depict it in your music, you need to be responsible. Juice WRLD did talk about his pill usage. He talked about his drug usage. He talked about it candidly. He told people that that's what he did. He told people. So we're not shocked if it comes out that that is the case. But once again, we shouldn't focus on that. Just like XXXTentacion, we should not focus on the fact that he was shot in the chest and he was in the middle of a robbery. That's not the focus. The focus is that this young artist died. He died. He's gone. His family is mourning his death right now. Juice WRLD had a girlfriend. She's mourning his death. So is his crew and his family and the people around him. Now, once again, his personal life, what he did behind closed doors, I know nothing about. And I can't judge that. I can't touch on that. What I can say, though, is that hip-hop as a whole needs to change. It needs to be different. It needs to be that these younger artists are able to see their lives go and to the point where they get to their 40s and 50s and they're able to see the result and reap the harvest of their hard work. And it's sad that these kids don't even have kids of their own in most cases when they die. There's no lineage. It's just over. And the worst part of it all is that the record company uses their music even after they're dead to get a quick buck. We see that with X. They have used his entire catalog of music that he did not release yet, putting people on the track that had nothing to do with X, that have nothing to do with his music or his genre. But they put him in, they shoehorn these artists in to make an extra dollar. And I'm just hoping that that doesn't happen with Juice WRLD. And it's sad too. I think one part that we forget to mention is Juice WRLD said this himself. He said in the subject of the 27 curse, the age 27, how Kurt Cobain and other artists die at 27. He said in an interview, I don't know exactly where this interview came from, but I know for a fact that this is something he said. He said, 27? We can't even get past 21. That was a quote that came from his mouth. And he died at the age of 21. So, words matter. Words do matter. And I think that people who are putting these words on hip-hop songs and putting this energy out on their music, they need to stop. I do think there is a point in hip-hop that we need to look at the fact that every word that we speak, people don't think about this, but every word that you speak has letters. And those letters, when you recite them, it's called spelling. Spells. Words are spells. Words that you use can either kill or birth. They're powerful. Your tongue is powerful. I spoke about this in my XXXTentacion video. I told people that the words that he spoke manifested themselves. The words that these people speak manifest. And he said we can't even get past the age of 21. X died 2018 at the age of, I think 19, 20. And he died shortly after his 21st birthday. So it's a shame. I think that once again we need to stop focusing on how he died and start focusing on how we can avoid more people like him dying like this. These artists, these rappers need help. They're famous, but with what guidance? What counselors are around them? What people are around them to tell them, no, don't take that drug. No, don't do that. No, don't go there. How many people are there for that? In my opinion, and for what I've seen, not enough. So I thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that as the information becomes more clear to everyone what actually happened, I hope that the focus is not on the manner in which he died, but the manner in which he lived. And I hope that people think about the music that inspired them, think about the way that he was able to inspire others. I decided not to make a song theory about any of his music or anything like that. I just don't think it's necessary. It's at the point now where, you know, these artists are going so quickly that it's just, it doesn't feel right to do that. So I thank you all so much for watching this video. Please make sure you subscribe, like, share. There's more content on the way. I'm in college. I'm studying. It's finals week, so I ain't got a lot of content coming up. Probably not till next year. That's why this is unedited. But hey, you guys keep subscribing, keep sticking around. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and a better tomorrow. God bless. I'll see you all later.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. As you know, Juice WRLD, one of a crop of sweet-voiced singing rappers who emerged from the streaming platform SoundCloud in recent years, died on Sunday. The authorities said he was 21. The Cook County Medical Examiner Office, Illinois, confirmed the death in a statement. Identifying the artist by his real name, it's Jarad Higgins of Homewood, had been pronounced dead at 3:14 a.m. at Advocate Crest Medical Center in Oak Lawn 3. The cause of death was not available and an autopsy was to be done, the office said. The rapper's sharp, catchy songs, which were often freestyled in only a few takes, combined the melodic hip-hop instincts of Lil Yachty, Post Malone and XXXTentacion, with a heavy-hearted angst and nasal hooks of emo and pop-punk bands like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. I have always been different, he told the New York Times last year. I used to try to hide it a little bit, but now I have a platform for being different. Sign up for the Louder newsletter, stay on top of the latest and pop and jazz with reviews, interviews, podcasts, and more from the New York Times Music's. Juice WRLD began posting songs online that he had recorded directly onto his cell phone while in high school in 2015. But it was his debut EP 999 that got the attention of labels after its release in June 2017. After all girls are same, his breakup song, All This Jealousy and Agony That I Sit In, I'm a Jealous Boy, really feel like John Lennon, took off on SoundCloud. He was signed to Interscope Records at age 19. Unlock more free articles, create an account or login. From there, his profile rose quickly with the success of Lucid Dreams. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. As you know, Juice WRLD, one of a crop of sweet-voiced singing rappers who emerged from the streaming platform SoundCloud in recent years, died on Sunday. The authorities said he was 21. The Cook County Medical Examiner Office, Illinois, confirmed the death in a statement. Identifying the artist by his real name, it's Jarad Higgins of Homewood, had been pronounced dead at 3:14 a.m. at Advocate Crest Medical Center in Oak Lawn 3. The cause of death was not available and an autopsy was to be done, the office said. The rapper's sharp, catchy songs, which were often freestyled in only a